Hello YouTube, this is Skip, coming to you live, straight out of Real Hot Six Aquatic Chemist. Are aquarium fish still evolving long after wild caught generation? Answer coming up right after intro. Okay guys, let me start by saying I have been breeding fish for decades and always wondered by selective line breeding was I speeding up the evolutionary process with my cichlids? And from my observation, yes. For example, 4th generation red-headed Leader's tombstone looks nothing like 1st generation big Casanova. In addition, it's highly unlikely you will find a red Isletus in the wild that remotely resemble him. And that's just the 4th generation in captivity. Now let's take a look at some items and materials used while making my observation that substantiate my theory, which I come to believe is a fact. The main thing you should focus on in these photos is my fish pedigree book. That's where all the research magic happens. You see, in order for me to make an accurate assessment of the topic at hand, I had to exhibit good records keeping. And research analyst and records keeping is what I do for a living. Also, it pays to know your fish history. You know that saying, if you don't know your history, you'll fail to repeat it. And that is so true, especially in this instance. So the answer and fish fact of this topic is a resounding yes. The same genetic reasons they evolved in the wild, whether it's environmental change or collection point redistributing, are the exact same reasons they evolve in man-made aquariums under certain conditions and breeding practices. In addition, there is no set time frame as to when evolution happened. It all depends on the conditions of their environment and the purpose of breeding them. And one more thing I'd like to add. If you're breeding fish and the offspring are generations out, still looks the same as the 1st generation, then you may want to rethink what you're doing. Now I know some of you closet followers, as Cato would say, have questions. Please refrain from private messaging me or leaving me text messages, because if you're watching this YouTube video and have an account, why not make your presence felt in the comment section below? And for you guys that always leave comments, thank you. It's always a pleasure sharing with you. And speaking of sharing, if you are a fish breeder and want to up your game, I suggest you not only watch this video over, but the videos before this one and the videos on my Real Hard Truth platform. That's on my Ambassador for Aquatic Life channel. I guarantee you won't regret it. I left some interesting clues as to how I breed my fish throughout them. One more thing, a lot of you guys have been requesting I do aquarium room tour. I'll do one if you guys do something for me. If I get 100 likes on this video, I will do a partial tour. If I get at least 1,000 subs on my Ambassador for Aquatic Life channel, I'll do an entire aquarium room tour. Those are the fish facts. This Skip. I'm out.